Fox Weather is your severe weather HQ. We're tracking the damaging storms ramping up for the upper Midwest. Could see baseball-size hail in parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. That's in addition to the tornadic potential. There's a live feed right there, Jackson, Minnesota. Fox Weather's Haley Meier on the road tracking these storms from the Fox Weather Beast, putting some miles on that thing, right, Haley? What's the latest out there? What are you thinking of the setup?
Yeah, I mean, right now it is almost a guarantee that we're going to see some monster hail throughout the latter part of the afternoon and heading into the early evening. We're about T-minus 1 hour away from the early signs of the convection really starting to roar, and once it gets going, it'll be off to the races for about a 4-hour time span before all these storms start to congeal together and it becomes less of a tornadic environment and more of a chance for damaging wind, but also very heavy rain. I don't want to underscore the threat for some flash flood potential, especially with a lot of this farmland in and around northern Wisconsin and even closer towards the Yup. The Fox Weather Beast, we are closing in on Brandon Kopic. We're kind of meandering in and around central southern Minnesota right now. It's just kind of buying time. What I've learned in my few days of storm tracking this go around is patience is a virtue in regards to finding storms, and so right now it's just this wait and see. But really, when you are out live on the ground, you almost forego what the models are saying and you rely solely on real-time data, surface observations, what you can see, feel, even hear. And, you know, when we were in Minnesota, which we still are, but we were a little bit further out towards the west and north than where we're at right now, you could actually feel the warmer air start to surge north as that warm front continued to meander north. Anything right along that warm frontal boundary or just to the south has the better propensity to produce a tornado. If these storms can remain surface-based, which means the cloud base is closer to the ground, it allows for those mesocyclones to form a tornado a little bit easier compared to an elevated storm, which would then lend a hand to more of a tornado or more of a hail maker, which is what we're expecting just to the north of that warm front. Now, you can see through some of those graphics, we do have a couple of storms starting to fire. This is right around that time where we're expecting to see the early genesis of storms, but really my eyes are on the triple point, or the area with the dry line plus that warm nose. You're basically getting an interaction of all these different boundaries that creates a little extra spin and lift in the atmosphere, and that's what a lot of the convective models, being the HRRR and the NAM, the Fox Weather model as well, all picking up on one supercell just barreling through the Iowa-Minnesota border. So that's what we're going to be waiting for today. As you mentioned, that chance for a tornado watch is probably pretty likely within the next couple of hours for portions of eastern Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. We'll be monitoring that to see if we want to continue to move further out towards the east. But for right now, it's that waiting game. Within the next couple of hours, we'll have the low-level jet that starts to kick in, and that increases the wind shear and will help to support more of the rotation within these storms. But for the time frame today, we're really looking at about 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time, and then, as I mentioned, a lot of very, very heavy rain, and we'll watch that convection continue through the overnight. So if you're tuning in anywhere from northern Michigan, just know that overnight tonight going to be probably pretty loud with some lightning and very heavy rain. For right now, though, the key factors that we're looking for just visually, what do the clouds look like? What does the air feel like? Where's that warm frontal boundary? And so we're toting that line as we speak, trying to find a couple of pops of sunshine, which I can even throw up our roof camera, doggle this over towards further out towards our west, and if I zoom in, you can see a couple of breaks in the clouds with some sun. So we're finding sun. It's cooking the environment a little bit more. It's not a guarantee that we get a tornado today and that one does form, but there is a guarantee we'll see some supercells. So that's the latest from the Fox Weather Beast, but like I said, really T-minus 1 hour and things will really start to pick up in a big way, and it's going to be maybe a little bit chaotic on the roads of southern Minnesota.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that gets active very quickly, and I was distracted, Haley. We just debuted, we can see in real time some of the weather data being measured right there on the beast. So don't speed, because we can infer how fast you guys are going from that anemometer. Just know that. In case,
That's a very good point.
You know how it goes.
I'll tell Keith.
It's Fox Weather's Haley Meier out on the road tracking the latest severe weather. Haley, thank you. We'll see you again in a bit.